to what is happening in our world today. And I believe you're also aware that our world is getting more digital and there are opportunities in the digital space if you know which one to plug into. So tonight we're going to have a conversation about one of them, and at least you can stay to the end because the good news about this is it gets more exciting towards the end. It's good to see you all here. So can you perhaps, as a way of welcoming ourselves, if you can put your name and where you're joining us from, I'll be very excited to welcome you properly. I have my friend, Dr. Assurance here. Assurance, thank you so much for joining me tonight. We just finished the shift and I told him he had to see this before it ended. So I see other friends here. I don't know where you're joining me from. Perhaps you can help me to welcome you properly. So I see Dedekwe, Esel, Benedict, Felix, Josie, and then my very good friend Prosper, who's blazing with this project across the circles of Kumasi and beyond. So it's good to see you here tonight. You're from Oregon, USA. Nice to meet you, Felix. Who else is here? And so other pop-up came. Josie's from Germany. Oh, good. Nice to meet you. I don't know what time of the day it is, but I'm happy you're here tonight. So let's just jump into it so we can do it over a period of perhaps just about an hour. Then we can wrap up and have some question time. So thank you so much for your time once again. And tonight we're going to talk about not health problems, but dreams and living a better life. Because we all deserve better than I'm sure we are all living. Perhaps you are living the best life, but whenever it's even the best, you actually want even more. And I'll start with a story. Just like Jesus explains most things with parables, I think some stories make it easy to explain things. So a story is a real story, actually. Also one in technology, like we're about to speak about. Dede, you're welcome. So a couple of decades ago, a certain young man also in about second year of his school life, he had a brilliant idea to connect faces in a book. Okay, he wanted to connect the campus students and get them all on a platform where people could be more social. And to do it, of course, you can't do great things alone. Great things are done by a team. So he invited 7 friends to come take a look at it. 5 of them showed up, and of the 5, after he had given them the blueprint of what he wanted to do, 3 of them walked out. That is not possible. It won't happen. But 2 of them stayed with him, and they decided to invest in the project and started with him. And the 2 who actually stayed are actually multimillionaires with this person 2 decades down the line because of the space they are working in. I mean, I've let it out slightly when I started the story. This is how Facebook started. This is how Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook. Those 2 others are multi-billionaires with him. We are all part of Facebook now. This is 2 decades down the line. The 3 still live in regret for not participating in it. So for showing up, you've done the first part. Congratulations on that. So now we're just going to jump into the details of what is on the blueprint. And I hope at the end of this, you can make an informed decision like I did and like your friend who invited you also did. So we can all live the life that we were actually created to live, that life of abundance, plugging into something that is taking over our world now. So you're welcome. And now it's time to turn your dreams into reality. I don't know what your dreams are. We all have dreams. I mean, we all started off life with beautiful dreams. And mostly when we start the work life, we just shrink our dreams because we realize the salary cannot match what we were dreaming of. So we just shrink it. But it's now easier to become a multimillionaire in our days now since the internet happened. If you know the right partnerships to plug in, the right leverage to use, you could just snap out of whichever financial situation you are in. I mean, these times, ordinary people are becoming multimillionaires because of the space we find ourselves in. So whatever house you want to live in, whether it's traveling the world you want to do, or whether it's securing enough income towards the time when you are not working again, there are opportunities. And I'm going to expose you to one of such opportunities. And you are going to hear me say GotBackup a lot in this conversation because that's the service that I'm going to expose to you. So who are they and what are they doing? They are just here to empower ordinary people, individuals, organizations to achieve their dreams. Because each and every one of us is putting some effort into building something. If it's not a job we are doing, most of us are doing jobs and we put some commitment and efforts and ethics into that. If we channel some of that same ethic into something we can control, then dreams can be achieved. GotBackup is here to help people achieve two dreams, your digital dreams and your financial dreams. Digital dreams, because now we all are on virtual platforms with these devices. We do so much on our devices now than any other place. I mean, people spend so much time here, and we use this to generate so much data. Even corporate organizations are working on devices, laptops, tablets, mobile phones, and all that data that is being generated needs to be stored. GotBackup is here to give you that digital peace of mind and then that financial peace of mind through a strategic partnership program. It offers you a secure cloud space at unbeatable prices. I'll get into it. And then an opportunity to leverage through its lucrative strategic partnership program, which I'll also speak about towards the end. It's your ultra secure personal cloud storage space. A bit about the organization. The company is called Global Virtual Opportunities. They've been into building servers for organizations for well over 29 years. I think next year will be their 30th year in the business. 1997 was when it was birthed in Gatineau, Quebec, Canada. Those days, data was something of organizational importance. It was companies who had servers and built and stored their data in servers. But as we evolved, I mean, those days too was the time of diskettes and CDs and DVDs, evolved to pen drives. Then the whole CPUs became even much smaller. Pen drives, no diskettes, no CDs. Laptops evolved. Everything evolved. So now it's only external hard drives and pen drives we're using to store data. Data storage had moved across the spectrum to now external hard drives, 2 terabytes, all of that. But then now the future of data storage is no longer on physical devices. It's moved to cloud. Cloud has become the future of data storage. Cloud storage has become the future of data storage. That's why we no longer see a lot of pen drives and external hard drives around now. That's why the mobile devices are no longer coming with a memory card slot, because data storage is going cloud, because there's unlimited space on that platform. GotBackup noticed the trend that was happening, and in 2023, just about next month will be 3 years, April of 2023, it launched its own cloud service to move data storage from the physical devices now to cloud. So the organization is about 29 years old. GotBackup is barely 3 years old, and is the newest kid on the block for data storage, and it's offering something that beats every single one of them. So people are switching to use GotBackup, and I'm going to show you how come they are switching. But before then, GotBackup is backed by a solid team. The CEO himself, Mr. Joe Therian, and his wife, Eve, were in Ghana here last November. Why Ghana? Because at the time last year, November, on the GotBackup project I'll show you in the next slide, with one of our Ghanaians being on the board, Ghana had already taken off at a very high speed with the storage service GotBackup was offering. So we attracted them down to Ghana, their first time in Africa. And for the first event we launched, they had a big conference in Mensvik Hotel, East Legon. It was an 800-seater capacity room. It was overflowing. We registered over 1,200 people. People had to leave because there was no seating. That was how big the project was. People were already looking for solutions and opportunities to partner the cloud space then. So they came to Ghana just last year. They have the technical team behind it. I happen to be on the African leadership of this project, and we have even heard people from other cloud services have moved into GotBackup because of what they are offering. It's just a matter of time. GotBackup will take over the cloud storage space. It has a board backing it. For an organization that intends to grow and stay for long, you need the wise counsel of people who know how to run the space on it. And boldly and proudly, you can see a Black African there. He's the only Black African on this board, Dr. Kweku Ohene Asare. He's a professor in 4 universities in the world, 2 in UK, De Montfort and Warwick University. University of South Africa in SA, and the University of Ghana Business School. I had the privilege of be under his tutelage when this project was being launched and he was called up here. He's into AI, cloud computing, data analytics, machine learning. He's a business analyst. So this suited well for him because he knew what this was about. And if you hear what Nigerians say, follow who know road, for someone like this to be on the board and actually recommend this service, then I knew this was really going to be something big. This is the physical location of GotBackup, the Global Virtual Opportunities Office. It's actually in Texas. And if you could screenshot this and put on Google Earth, you will actually see the physical location of GotBackup. Most times when project services online, people are still a little skeptical because we all think it's AI or some people in some small corner doing something and deceiving the rest of the world. GotBackup has a physical 10,000 square feet data center right in Texas, and permits me to give you a tour of what happened inside GotBackup's data center. This was done by our CEO himself. Mostly when you say cloud storage, people think things are hanging in the clouds. It's an infrastructure, and perhaps this might be your first look into what happens in a data center when we are talking cloud storage. So permit me a few minutes to show you what happens in GotBackup data center. Then I'll come back to show you the service they are offering, which is taking over the industry of cloud storage currently. Give me a minute, please. There it is. Okay. All right. So just a few minutes and then you see what happens in there.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of GotBackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure and how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're going to do is we're going to take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I want to explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm going to code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So a couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have, hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room, If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security. It's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's come out of the server room for now. And I also want to explain, if, God forbid, a bomb dropped on this building, a hurricane came in, whatever, a flood, which statistically is impossible, but if it did happen, we also back up all of your cloud data to a third-party data center just in case something ever happened to this building. And again, it's never happened, but you just never know, right?
All right. So, great. So that's what happens inside GotBackup's data center. And that was my CEO taking us through the tour of the data center of GotBackup. So now let's get into what GotBackup is offering. And even why are we having this conversation now? Our world has become even more interconnected and is getting even more interconnected by the day. And with that, we are generating data at unprecedented rates. Stats say we generate about 402 million terabytes of data every day. A terabyte of data is about 1,000 gigabytes of data. 402 million terabytes is generated every single day, where from devices like this. And I believe many of us have one or two. Perhaps you can put how many smartphones you have in the chat for me. Every interaction we have on social media, everything we do on social media, everything we post, every photo, every video, every link, every document is data we are generating. Everything is going online too. Banking is going online. Education is going online. Healthcare is going online. Entertainment is already online. Now you don't need news is online. I mean, what the events happening across the world, we didn't need CNN, Al Jazeera before we get it. Even on social media, things are being showed to you even readily before even the media houses even get it. All this is data we are generating, and data, when generated, must be stored somewhere. Every digital interaction is generating some data. Data has become the new oil of our time. It's so interesting that in this day, it's not about the country that has most oil, that's the richest. It's the individual or entity that has more data, has a lot of data space in digital related stuff, who is the richest person in our world. The Forbes top 8 are all in something related to technology and data. Data has become the new oil. And in the space of digital storage, there are just about 20 or so players all across the world for this magnitude of data we are generating. So there are opportunities in digital storage. But you know, you and I can go build a data center. So our next option is to leverage the opportunities in digital storage. GotBackup is the only service that gives you an opportunity to leverage the space. And I'm going to show you what it offers and how it allows you to leverage the space. So cloud storage, it has come to stay. Data is not going to stop generating. In the storage of it, there's so much demand for it. GotBackup leverages on two massive global trends. They are massive global trends. The very first one, I think I got some responses in the chat. The very first one, the number of mobile phone gadgets in the world now. There are 15 billion smartphones in the world now. 15 billion smartphones. Since I started doing this conversation, I found that most Ghanaians have 2 smartphones. I don't know what it is, the stats are in your part of the world. There are 15 billion smartphones in the world. Then it's no respecter of age, class, race, gender. Everybody is using the phone everywhere. It's being used in the cities as much as it's being used in the villages. It's being used in corporate world as much as it's being used in the informal sector. It's being used by adults, children, students. Everybody's on the smartphone. And we are using it to generate data. We use it to take photos, documents. We use it to create music. Church services are being recorded by devices. Meetings are happening on devices, video clips shot by devices. You don't need big cameras anymore. And there's so much demand for the smartphone because of all that we're able to do with. For everything that there's high demand, growth markets, financial success attached to it. It's no wonder that people doing something with technology or doing something on their phones are earning some even really good incomes. But beyond that, all of us have also become cell phone addicts. We become so reliant on the smartphone. I'm on the screen are stats of how we use this device. Many of us, almost 80% of us use our phones as an alarm clock. Perhaps if you do, you can put a one in the chat for me too. I tend to use my phone as an alarm clock. Stats say almost 90% of us will feel uneasy if we got to work, we got to church, realize we didn't have our phones with us. You feel uneasy that day because your device is one part of you that you do not even want to let go. We become so addicted to it that on waking up is perhaps the first thing you pick after your eyes open, after your prayers, and maybe the last thing you drop before you sleep. Just after your prayers, once again, that's if you remember to say your prayers or you fall off on your device. We have become so attached to it. And the devices are so delicate. It's so delicate that the first thing that you buy, if you have children in the house or not, is a screen protector or a phone case to protect the outsides of your phone. What about the things on the inside of your phone? The precious things, the memories you are collecting, the documents, the files that you're keeping on your phone. How are we protecting that data? Surprisingly, for that magnitude of data that we generate per day, data loss is happening about the same rate. People accidentally damage their phones and lose data. No, nobody wakes up and plans that today I'm going to damage my phone. I'm going to spill something on my laptop. I'm going to drop my pen drive, external hard drive. And just takes just a blink and you have lost precious data you cannot even get back. I've heard of someone who was working on his thesis and night before presentation, the laptop decides to go haywire. He hadn't backed up the entire laptop, neither had he backed up the most recent update he had done on the documents. Now he had to start afresh and stay up the night and even had the thesis postponed. I mean, that just doesn't speak well of you, but all because of data loss. It gets very sensitive when you have lost some data. Stats say about 5,000 screens are cracked every single hour. Every hour. And if you're not lucky enough and that little crack is the one that ends your screen and you have not prepared the things on your phone to be backed up, you may not get the things back. You can always repair a screen, get a new phone, but the things on your phone, if it's not backed up, you will not get it back. And if you're not going through any of this, you will definitely get to that point in time where you see these pop-ups on your screen. If it's an Android, it's running slow, data is full, delete some stuff. iCloud, they won't even allow you to delete some stuff. You just have to upgrade because your memory is full. Two decisions you have to make. Delete things that you don't want to delete to create more space so you can create more memories, or upgrade. And to which service are you upgrading to? Let me introduce you to my favorite now. And this is just to show you that we are not offering something that is not already in existence. I mean, there are already cloud storage services in existence, and billions of people are already on cloud storage. iCloud, for instance, has over 2 million users. Google Drive, I think, has even more than 2 million users. Dropbox, I heard, has about 750 million users. People are switching to use GotBackup. I have an iPhone. I have two iPhones and a Windows laptop. I switched to use GotBackup, and I'm going to show you why people are switching to use GotBackup. I'm going to use the popular services that we mostly know, iCloud, Dropbox, and Google Drive, just to compare your GotBackup. Because most of us, I'm sure, if not for this presentation, you may not have known that there's another cloud storage service called GotBackup. So let's see how we compare and how come people are switching to us. Let's look at the size first. Cloud service is a subscription-based service. You see that annual or monthly subscriptions. Mostly annual subscriptions are better because you get some subsidy, either first 3 months discounted or get 2 free months. It's always better on annual subscription. So I'm going to use the annual subscription of GotBackup and compare that of annual subscription of our competitors. GotBackup's annual subscription is a 6 terabyte space. All the others do a 2 terabyte space for annual subscription. I was on the verge of doing my upgrade on one of my devices. After 200 GB on iCloud, the next is 2 terabytes. And that was for an annual subscription on iCloud. But GotBackup's annual subscription is 3 times the space iCloud and all the others give. It's 6 terabytes on its basic annual subscription. That's what it offers. So even on size, it's 3 times bigger than what the others offer. But the others also offer a 6 terabyte space special package. So let's compare 6 TB for 6 TB. 6 TB with iCloud is 4 times more expensive than GotBackup. With Dropbox and Google Drive, it's 3 and 3.5 times more expensive than GotBackup. GotBackup's 6 terabyte space is $99.97 per annum. Unbeatable price for the size. If the size is too big for you, you can share with 5 other people. You can have 5 separate accounts in addition to yours. Each person has his own username and they create their own password. You also to apportion the space that you want for them. You can give your sister a terabyte, your brother a terabyte, your mom a terabyte. They don't need to pay for storage because you've purchased GotBackup. All they have to do is install the app on their machines and upload their things peacefully for $100 per annum, which you have paid for. And $100 per annum, yeah, the human brain has a way of playing tricks. You may think maybe they've compromised on something for them to offer this amount of space at this price. Well, if you watch CEO's video, they use the same level of security as Amazon, as Google, as Microsoft. Whichever cloud storage service you are using now, which you've not questioned what security they have, GotBackup uses the AES 256-bit military-grade encryption security to secure your data. That's the highest level of encryption currently available in the world. It's called the military grade because that's what the US military uses to back up their data. What does that even mean? Let me just use the chat platform we are all familiar with, the green one, WhatsApp. WhatsApp currently uses a 64-bit encryption security, which means for each of us who has a WhatsApp account, we have a unique 64 code, key length. It's a combination of alphabets, numbers, symbols, unique to you. That's even anybody who needs to get who wants to get access to your chat platform to you needs to break that code before they can get access. Well, that's WhatsApp security, 64-bit. The longer the key length, the more secure the app is, the more secure the platform is. In the world of encryption currently, no one has been able to crack a 128-bit. GotBackup 2x's that and gives you a 256-bit encryption security. That's how secure your data is with them. So it's not $100 per annum with a compromised security. It's $100 per annum with the same level of security as the competitors have. And in addition to that, GotBackup is no respecter of operating systems, unlike Apple, which works on only Apple devices. If you don't have an Apple, you can't use their cloud storage space. I have 2 iPhones, like I said, in a Windows laptop. There's no way I could have used my iCloud to back up my laptop. And if you have lost external drives before, I stopped trusting external drives. So I've lost 2 external drives. They just dropped and that was it. Everything on it was gone. So cloud storage is what I use for my laptop, and GotBackup gives me a certain peace of mind that the other services do not do. So for operating system, let me just go there before I come to the laptop. GotBackup works on not only Android run devices, it works on iPhones, it works on MacBooks, it works on Windows laptops. So whichever device you use, you can back up all your data assets on that same one account that you've subscribed to with GotBackup. So it works on all operating systems: MacBook, iPhones, Windows laptop. Which one have I left out? MacBook, iPhone, Windows laptop, Android run devices. GotBackup works on them. And it works on laptops, it works on tablets, it works on phones. On laptops, it does something no other cloud service does. The others back up particular folders you give them. GotBackup backs up to the C drive of your machine. It literally clones the operating system of your machine, and that's hourly incremental backups. So that if you are working on your PC and anything should happen within the hour, you should get everything you have lost back intact, and you should not have to lose anything. And if your laptop should even crash, you could just format it and restore your things back once the laptop gets back to you. This is a peace of mind you will not get with any other cloud service. My laptop crashed at the beginning of last year, somewhere 2024, December 2024, thereabout. My children were downloading a cartoon on my PC from a very dangerous site, and they brought my PC back to me. It was just loading and loading. For them, it was downloading. Well, at the end of it, my laptop went to safe mode. I couldn't get any icons. I couldn't click anything. I panicked. But for the first time it had never happened in my lifetime. I was like, look, let me log on to GotBackup and see whether really my things are there. So I didn't even use my own PC. I used my husband's PC. And I just logged on and everything was there to the last hour that I was on the device. That was the newest thing that had happened. And that's peace of mind you will not get from any other cloud service because everything was there intact. My laptop was there. The phones were also there. Everything on my laptop that I was expecting to back up was there. This peace of mind you will not get from any other cloud service. It uses it has also advanced plugins, if you use Google Drive, you can send a document and password protect it, put some accesses to it and put some time limitation to it. You have those things on GotBackup on cloud one only Office service. So it has a service that works like Microsoft Office on cloud. In addition to that service, you have speech-to-type functions on that service. You have an AI system built in to read documents to you on that service. You have Mendeley for referencing already built in that service. It has a co-editing feature, which allows you to edit documents with partners in real time. So if you have to work on a document that you have to send to someone to edit and send back, you guys could just agree at a particular time and then work on it at the same time, even though you don't have to sit at the same place. So as you are editing, the person sees the edit happening, and this is just efficiency, saves you time. So beyond saving your data, beyond the price, beyond the size, there are other plugins that GotBackup adds to make your service more, even much more meaningful. This is a summary of what's happening in the industry now. Our competitors are doing the white. 2 terabytes, 1 account, 1 operating system. GotBackup is doing 3 times the space, 6 accounts, multiple operating system, and even adds on more. The first more, the email system. So for individuals or organizations who send bulk emails to companies, to customers, to perhaps a school, to the parent-teacher body, to students, like if you have to send bulk emails, GotBackup has an email marketing system in there, which allows you to send out to 20,000 emails with the click of a button. You can personalize the emails using the algorithm they've put in there, and you can automate the emails. So if you already want to wish people happy Easter, you don't need to wait till close to Easter. You can set the emails now that you have some time. Set it to the date, set it to the time. When it's time, the emails will be sent to them. This is just additional bonus. GotBackup charges you $0 for this feature. All you do is pay your cloud service and have this feature added to it. It's PCI compliance, like we had our CEO say, payment card industry compliance. So the way you're able to purchase things online, your cards are safe with GotBackup. It has a 30-day money back guarantee. Oh yeah, first by using the plugins, it translates to different languages too. That's very true. That's translated to different languages too. As a 30-day money back guarantee service, which means if you start using the service of GotBackup and in 30 days you don't like it, you can just tell them they will refund your money to you. But trust me, many people, the peace of mind we are enjoying, many people have not stepped back since they started this service and all that it is offering. GotBackup still offers you even more. This is their mantra, basically. You should never, ever have to delete any of your photos and videos ever again. If you did that last Christmas to create more memories, don't do that again. I personally have not had to buy any more space beyond the 200 gigabytes I bought on my iPhone. I have a 256 size iPhone, and my cloud space was 200. Of course, cloud is full. What do you do? Upgrade? No, GotBackup has backed up everything else. All I do is now move my storage from iCloud to my GotBackup space, free up space, and use my phone to collect even much more memories. No deleting. Everything is stored for you. Over 98% of the hard work is done for you. You don't need to go organize your photos into months, years. The system will do it for you. Yours. Download the app. It's a desktop app. It's a mobile app. Download it wherever you are in the world. Just start uploading your things onto it. GotBackup in the nearly 3 years of its existence, it's already taken up the world, one country at a time. It's in 165 countries all across the world in just 3 years. The speed at which it's moving, the demand was already waiting for it. Data was being generated at such a rate that people were looking for a service that would give them a good size at a good price and even give them even more than just storage. So we are now in 165 out of the 195 countries in the world. Ghana got on it as country number 82 through Dr. Kweku Ohene-Asare, barely 3 months after it had been launched. And you would think 3 months after launch, you should get on a little earlier, country number 30 or perhaps 40. 81 countries had already taken up the speed GotBackup had already taken over, had already been introduced to GotBackup at the time. So 3 months in, that's when Ghana got on through Dr. Kweku Ohene-Asare. It's fair to say we are in over 84%, perhaps. It's fair to say we are now all over the world with the service everybody needs. There are other tools GotBackup offers beyond the cloud service, the email system that I've spoken about. On its Pro Pack, for someone who is online and needs efficiency online, mostly you need to purchase individual tools to make you more efficient online. A video recording tool, something to generate testimonials individually. These things cost over $2,000 per annum if you purchase them individually. GotBackup already has these additional tools. The company Global Virtual Opportunities had these additional tools already being used by other people who actually are online and need this. On this Pro Pack, it puts it together as a single unit. Rather than selling it as individuals, that will cost about $2,000. They put it together as a $500 one-time setup fee with a $200 annual subscription fee. And I'll talk about two of the things GotBackup, two of these tools that are on screen. The VDuber, for instance, with VDuber, if you have multiple handles, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Facebook, whichever one you have, mostly if you want to do post across the platforms, you mostly have to do one recording and then post them individually on your platforms. With VDuber, you don't have to go through that. You just have to do one post, hook all your handles to your VDuber, and then just once, you just shoot the video to all the channels, saving you time. So you shoot one video, you just post it all across. Testimonial generator, it allows anybody online to be more visible. Now that we buy on reviews more than anything else in our time, testimonial generator allows you, for anybody that you interact with, who you do business with, to give you a testimonial of what you do, a video testimonial of what you do. I use the example of my friend who bakes cake. And she makes the best chocolate cake, really. Everybody who eats her chocolate cake goes back again, but we are the only people who know about her chocolate cake. What if she needed a bigger market and she needed to expand? Does she need to do flyers and tell people I make chocolate cake? We are her spokespeople. So all she does is generate a link for everybody who interacts with her to do a video testimonial, and she uploads it onto her platform. So before you even purchase from her, you know what people are saying from her, and this could be used for many, many other things. Just think about anything that needs testimonial. Just two of the tools that GotBackup offers. As a GotBackup user, if you use the cloud service of GotBackup, it has a special package for you, especially if you are if you are linked to. I think the offer is still open because we had the offer done for us when the CEO came to Ghana. It's not available all across, but I think if you link to someone on this platform, you may get it waived, the $500 setup fee waived. So you can just use it. You can just subscribe as a $200 annual subscription per person. So you're actually saving off a $2,000, a saving of $500 to just use the subscription fee of this tool. This is just unbeatable value for money. So this the whole GotBackup is offering on its services. There's a family pack which I spoke about, the $100 per annum, then the Pro Pack, and then Enterprise Solutions. Enterprise Solutions for bigger organizations who need more than 6 TB space. If you need about 20 terabytes and beyond, GotBackup can create it for you, so you can purchase it. The 20 terabyte space currently is just a $700 subscription fee that you have to pay. But it gets more exciting. GotBackup offers you a strategic partnership program. It's the strategic partnership as its user, an opportunity to leverage the industry that the cloud service sits in. I'm going to show you some slides to explain what the size of that industry is, what leverage in the industry looks like, and what opportunities are there for you as a GotBackup user. But this is not compulsory. But I know as adults, we all could do with another income stream. I don't know how many legs you have on how many legs your income table has. If your income is a one-legged table, another leg will make it more stable. Even if it's a three-legged table, a fourth leg will make it even more stable because our lives are beyond us. There's so much, some other people's survival hooked to us. And if you're someone who looks to impact more, most of the time the fuel is getting a system that brings something in to allow you to do that impact. GotBackup allows you to be a strategic partner as a user of a service, and I'll explain it in the next slide. Let me play a video to explain what is happening in the cloud storage industry, how every click is generating income for someone. And you can't just be a user in this time. Our time now is one of, the economy of our time now is not what our parents lived in. It's now leverages and partnerships, strategic leverages and partnerships. I'll make two examples. Elon Musk, for instance, when we talk about Elon Musk, Tesla comes to mind. Most people believe he owns the entire Tesla. He owns only 9% of Tesla. The rest of the 91 strategic partnership. Amazon, Bezos, he owns only 13% of Amazon, not the entire, the rest leverages and partnerships. Bill Gates still wows me because he still doesn't own more than 2%, yet he's a multi-billionaire in the space of tech. 2% of Microsoft is what belongs to him, yet leverages and partnerships is the economy of our days. This time, a slice of something big is worth more than all of something small. I don't know which industry you are working in. I know mine, I work in healthcare. All of that, a slice of tech is worth more than the entire industry. Permit me to just show you a video of what is happening in the tech world, and I'll show you how this leverage works. Okay, give me a few minutes, please. Okay, there you are.
Welcome to the digital age, where data is the new oil, fueling an unprecedented economic revolution. Every click, every transaction, every piece of data we generate powers the world's economy. Just like oil powered the last century, digital storage will drive the next one. Digital storage isn't just a resource, it's a strategic asset, an economic driver. With data doubling every 2 years, the demand for cloud storage solutions is exploding. Now is your chance to partner with a leader in this space. Imagine aligning with a company that's not just keeping up with the digital storage revolution, but leading it. From innovative cloud storage solutions to cutting-edge data management, GotBackup is at the forefront, ready to scale new heights with partners who share their vision. Partner with us, and together, we'll unlock the potential for growth, innovation, and success. Cloud storage, the new oil of our time. Let's fuel the future together.
Imagine this. You wake up one morning.
Let me stop this for now. We'll come back to this video.
Welcome to the digital age.
So we are in the digital age. I'm sure you are aware already. I don't need to hammer it too much. This is the digital age, and everything is happening on that platform. Work has moved from the physical 9 to 5, and a lot more work is happening on the digital platform. And a lot more income is happening on those platforms. Rather than having to work when you are awake, now people are asleep and systems are running income, generating them multiple incomes. They wake up and they have made money. Are there funny ones? Yes, they are, but there are legitimate ones, which I'm going to expose this one to, because this is the cloud storage market. This is a graph of the cloud storage markets of the world. This is not a local thing, it's a global thing. The industry is a billion-dollar industry. It didn't start from millions and go to billions. It's a billion-dollar industry. There are, just like I mentioned, just about 20 organizations in this industry generating this amount of data. Let's focus on the blue graph up here. I'm sure even if you don't understand bar graph a little, you can see it's just going higher and higher and higher and higher. This was a projection that was done by Statista.com. Sometime 2024. And 2024, Statista projected that cloud storage will generate about $165 billion at the end of the year 2025, because the trend had started from 90 billion and it was just coming up. 2025 the projection was about $165 billion US. But Q3 of 2025, which we just came from, before Q3 ended, cloud storage had generated already $400 billion. So they had to come change the stats. And they changed the stats, and the headline was Global Cloud Storage to exceed 400 billion in 2025. Something that was supposed to be 165, it had more than 2x what was happening. Guess what? 2025 did end, and cloud storage generated $766 billion. That's how much this space generated. It's more than the GDP of multiple African countries. I'm yet to compare it to a European country or any other country on another continent, so I can see the value of it. That's how big this gets. And all of this from the photos and videos you are generating from these devices and the laptops. Nobody wants to lose their data. In the language and the conversation of AI we have now, all of that runs on data that is stored. All this data plugs in here, and this is how much data is generated in here. But the projection gets more wild because in the next 10 years, cloud storage is projected to generate $3.5 trillion. $3.5 trillion. That's the space we are in, because inevitably, if you may be deleting now, but very soon you start contributing to this space, because you also will not want to lose your data. You also start paying to store your data if you haven't yet started paying to store your data. But are you just going to be paying, or you can actually leverage this space? A slice of this is worth more than all of something small. This trumps, I don't know which other industry that has this projection for growth. But of course, you and I can build a data center because it costs billions of dollars to do it. But GotBackup gives us a chance to leverage the space. How is it doing it? How is it doing it? It's the only cloud storage space that pays you. It's the only cloud service that pays you in this big space. And how does it pay you? GotBackup says, use my service. I'm sure before this meeting, you perhaps knew about Dropbox, Google Drive, and the rest. Now you know about GotBackup, which is offering you even more than just cloud service, and it's at a price point that beats what the others are offering. For $100 per annum, get my service and use it. But assuming you are using GotBackup service and you are enjoying it and it feels so good, the peace of mind you have, like have been enjoying over the past 2 years, and your brother, your sister visits you and they have just lost their data. We are human. We just tend to recommend every good thing to everybody around us. And you could recommend GotBackup to your brother and sister. Would they just end it there? No. Someone said, I'm sorry, just 10 minutes to spare. Okay, it's being recorded. Don't worry, I'll get you the rest. Okay. So let me get into it. Let me just jump into it so quickly. So GotBackup says, top up with another $20. Okay. Be my strategic partner and let me pay you for recommending people to use my service. Because this is a conversation that happens in every circle. People are losing their data. People need more storage. By recommending someone to use the service, GotBackup says they'll pay you. How does it pay you? 7 bonuses. 7 bonuses. GotBackup gives 75% of its profit every month to its strategic partners. Many of the users of GotBackup are not just users, they are actually strategic partners of GotBackup. I'll speak about 2 ways GotBackup pays you. I'll speak about 2 of the bonuses GotBackup uses to pay you, and so I can just explain it pretty well in case you have to watch it again. I'll talk about the customer acquisition bonus and then the cycle match bonus. This is where $120 becomes about $1,005 in a month, becomes $500 in a week, becomes $200 in a week, depending on how you want to do the project of GotBackup. It's not an investment where you drop your money and go away. It's something you actually have to recommend someone to the service. And how do you do it? I'll explain it towards the end. But then let's look at the customer acquisition bonus. This turns dreams into reality. What GotBackup says on its family pack, the 6 terabyte space, if you recommend someone to use my service, I'll split the cost with you 50-50. $50 is what you earn for each person you recommend to GotBackup, and there's no cap to how many you can recommend in a day. There's no cap to a month. There's no cap to a week. So if you had to recommend GotBackup to someone after hearing this and registering and being a user already, how many friends could you have reached out in the coming week? Perhaps yours is 4, perhaps yours is 5. Multiply it by $50. And then check how much you started the project with. you're already in profit mode within a week, and it's already happening to people in Ghana here. Within a week, people are already in profit mode. One of our partners actually earned $1,000 a couple of months ago. 10,000 US dollars in Ghana here on the same project. And this is what you get on the customer acquisition bonus. 50%, $50 for each person you recommend to use the GotBackup cloud service. On the enterprise solution, which I spoke about, which is about $600, GotBackup gives a 25% on that enterprise solution because it is priced per size. In case your organization needs more than 20 terabytes of space, you can get 40, whichever one you want. But let me use the 600 for the 20 terabyte space. 25% of $600 is about $150 US. So on enterprise solution, you'll be making a minimum of $150 for each recommendation. So just on customer acquisition bonus, you could be making 50s and 150s, 50s and 150s, just recommending people to use the service GotBackup is offering to get the peace of mind that they need, and then add another income stream. On the Pro Pack, which I spoke about, it has its own system. $200 is what you get if you recommend someone who wants to buy the entire thing, doesn't want to be a user, just wants to use all the tools. $200 is what you make on that. But it gets better. These are the direct incomes you make with GotBackup. This one, you are paid, a payout happens on a weekly basis. Every Friday is cash out day. This is paid every Friday as you are on the project, week on week. But then these are monthly bonuses, and these are team bonuses. GotBackup uses the two-team tree structure, and it recognizes work done using precious metals, copper all the way to the black diamond. How to go up the ranks is defined. It is very predictable, unlike it is in our traditional jobs where people can go get additional certificates and come back and you're not sure when the promotion is happening, you're not sure which amount is coming. On this, it is predictable. And just like it is in our traditional jobs, as you go up the ranks, you get more entitled to more bonuses. But I'm going to talk about the one highlighted in yellow, the cycle match. Cycle match bonuses starts from the Sapphire rank. What does that mean? How to become Sapphire, I'll show it to you. But GotBackup says, if you register with me and some of your friends also want to do the project, well, you can leverage some of their income that you're making, and that leverage starts from the Sapphire rank, and it's in percentages. The reason why I know this comp plan is sustainable is the percentages that they have apportioned to what the earnings are, because month on month profits percentage. So let's use cycle match bonus, and let me explain how big it gets and how futuristic this gets. So as a Sapphire, assuming you've recommended GotBackup to, say, 10 friends. Let me use 10 friends because most Sapphires are doing more than 10 friends. But just for ease of calculation, I'm going to use the number 10, and I'm going to use each of them earning $1,000 each, okay, just to explain how the cycle match works. And of course, some may be earning more than 1,000, some may be earning less, but as a Sapphire, you get to leverage 25% of what the people you've recommended who are also doing the project with you, what they earn, 25% as a Sapphire. So let's use 1,000 and 10 friends. So if each of them is earning $1,000 this month, 25% of $1,000 is $250 US. Times 10 friends, that's 2,500. That's what you're going to earn as a Sapphire if your friends are earning $1,000 each on this project. Okay. The match cap you see there means you can't earn more than 1,000 on one person. So you can earn up to 1,000 per person times the 10. It gets wild. There's so much income in this industry. But then let's use the number 10 just so we can continue with our calculation. So 2,500 US is what will come to you as a Sapphire. So assuming you've been on the project for 6 months, depending on how fast you want to grow this project, there's no limit to how fast you can grow it. And one of our team members grew from start to diamond in 43 days. He made over $7,000 in 43 days. I mean, everybody and what's chasing them and how fast they want to grow. So let's say it took you 6 months to become an emerald or a ruby on the project. You see 50% there. So let's do the math again. 50% of $1,000, $500 times 10, that's $5,000. That's what you're going to be making in that month when you or your partners have earned that much. But it gets mind-blowing in the diamond tiers when you're actually leveraging 100% of what they are earning. So 10 friends earning $1,000 becomes $10,000, 1,000 times 10 in that particular month. I just pause here. I don't know which industry you work in. I don't know what the possibilities are in your industry. The friends I have conversations with, for some of them, it's even predictable what you'll be earning by December of this year and what the increments can be. But then let's project in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. Because in the next 10 years, cloud storage is earning about $3.5 trillion. In the next 10 years, if it's possible for you to earn $20,000 every month to $200,000 every month, what will you do differently now, knowing there's an opportunity to leverage this? I don't see cloud storage going anywhere. I don't see us generating less data. I don't see the mobile phones disappearing. I don't see laptops, tablets disappearing. Do I see data loss increasing? Yes. Is it already happening? Yes. Are people looking for solutions? Yes. This is a service everybody needs, an opportunity every adult could jump on because we all own some of this. And you don't need to open a shop or any setup. It's a mobile app. Wherever the person is in the world, they just have to download the app and you have a personal link with the organization. The app is available on Google Play Store, Apple App Store. Currently, you can search it right now. The only way you can purchase GotBackup is through a strategic partner because of how they have made the system. You can only purchase GotBackup through a strategic partner, and each person has their own personal link through which the organization deals with you. So I don't know what your dreams are for yourself, for your future, for your business, for your children, for your family. I don't know what pressures are on you now, or you can't even anticipate what pressures are coming. But this gives you a chance to build something solid that I don't see an end to. I personally don't even see anything changing in relation to data storage and cloud storage. Yet in this space, this is the only service that gives you a chance to leverage, to take a slice of this pie. Support is provided on this project. You don't need to master all this conversation we've had. Yours is to invite your loved ones, like your friend invited you to, come take a look at something good. There are people who are trained to do this. We do these presentations several times in the week. If you're in Ghana, tomorrow, Men's Week Hotel, East Legon, we have a physical meeting there. You can come and see the real people behind this and how people are earning with this. Support is provided you. Yours perhaps is this, you can see the dream and how this is going. So you get your own personal link over here, like I mentioned. You get your own personal referral link. You get a landing page made for you. You have a whole interface where every tool you need to do this well is provided. The email system I spoke about, you have it. Specialized tools, you have access to it. Regular online presentations, you have a global page. There's a local Ghanaian page, and there are different team pages. If you are on this call, you'll be on my team page, you'll be on Prosper's team page, and everything you need to know, access to trainings and presentations, you get it. Perhaps you don't know how to do this, but you can see the future of this. How to learn it is available. I learned how to do this, and I've not regretted the other things that came along learning this. Personal development community networks, unbelievable. It's beyond the service and it's beyond the income. There's a whole community around this which shapes your mindset, which helps you to grow to become a better person. Many of us after school, we don't get to learn any other thing, how to grow, how to speak, all the other things that people are leveraging in our world to do well, how to do social media, how to post things on, how to create a page that draws people to you, how to become more visible on social, like everything you need to be a person of value in this time, you find someone in this community who will teach it, and they teach it freely, and you definitely grow from it. So just to conclude, this is a service everybody needs to start with. Everybody with a smartphone, a laptop needs something to back up their data, because it's not enough to have a high-spec phone without a backup. And which backup are you going to use? Just one that stores your data or gives you more than just storing your data. And this is a project everyone can afford. The value beats the price. $120 to open a door for you to earn $10,000. The value beats the start price. And now more than ever, it's time for you, not later, to start turning your dreams into reality, because there's opportunity in technology with cloud storage to make additional income. And of course, we all know we cannot rely on one income stream alone. COVID made it even more obvious. And life, as we all know it, is full of uncertainties. When dark times hit, where do you tend to? Is that the end? No. There's opportunity to leverage and make additional income. And as AI is growing, if you are not AI skilled, your next opportunity is to leverage systems that use technology. So now is the best time to be part of something big. And I would say make the decision now. You can speak to the person who invited you to ask about the next steps. And at this point, I would just say thank you for your time, and thank you for staying till the end. If you have any questions, I'll be willing to help address and clarify it for you. Thank you so much for staying on. Any questions, please? I wanted to show what incomes are coming down this way, and I would show it when I pause my screen. All right, Felix, please, let me allow you to unmute, and then you can ask your question. Let me do that. Okay. Okay, good. Please, you can kindly unmute now, and then you can ask your question.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're most
This is
welcome.
very insightful, and I'm very grateful that I made time to listen to this. Let me go straight to the point. So,
Right.
in the short video where the CEO was taking us around the facility, he
Yeah.
did mention that should there be any catastrophe,
Disaster.
disaster, um, the, there's a third party data center that
Yeah.
accesses like they'll be able to retrieve the data from.
Yeah.
So my question is still based on the fact that should the third party also be destroyed? What is the legal implication of my data, and then what is the package for somebody losing the data?
That's a pretty good question. I would have to ask Dr. Asari for this because I'm not on the board for this. I know there's a third-party data center, one in India. I know they are building one in Africa, and it's a good question in this time that there are bombings happening across on some parts of the world. So I don't think it is one data center, but I may have to get you the actual fact of where the data centers are and whether it's
Yeah,
just
that's fine.
one data center.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll have to get back to you on that.
Okay, no problem. And then am I able to move my data from the cloud to my computer? Like,
Yes, you can download from your cloud to your computer. In fact, you can actually there's a migration tab for Google Migrate, where you can actually migrate directly from, if you have Google stuff on Google Drive into GotBackup. So between GotBackup and Google Drive, you can migrate, and then the other iCloud is still very somewhere about that migration. So it takes a longer curve with that. So yes, you can move your things onto cloud from laptop. You can actually access your things from your laptop also. Yeah.
okay, my last question.
Just so long as you are connected to the internet.
Okay, my last question. So, Microsoft and Apple recently complained that their details have been intercepted. I don't know
Mhm.
how safe GotBackup is doing, especially when they're transferring uh, data
Of
from one.
course.
I don't know what they are doing specially to also prevent this thing from happening.
Okay.
So,
So beyond the
see, I am
um
asking all this because I'm
yes.
very interested. It looks like you've convinced me enough. I have to sit back
Thank
and
you.
see what I. So I want to be sure of all of this before I can do any migration, if any.
I love
So,
the questions. They bring clarity not only to you too. I'm sure other people are also wondering similar things. Thank you for the question. So on cloud at rest, GoBackup has the AES 256 working there, the encryption security. But as you upload and download, that's when the SSL and TLS protocols come in to prevent those who are phishing to see whether they can pick up your data. So it has the SSL and TLS protocols, which protects your data as you're uploading and downloading. In addition, the others have not come out to speak about their zero knowledge privacy. GoBackup stands for its zero knowledge privacy. They are not interested in seeing what is in your data. Once your data is securely uploaded to the cloud, they are not interested in seeing it. They have zero knowledge privacy declared on their site. So they won't be spying onto your data. And then the protocols they put in place are exactly what will keep your things secure. I know they are HIPAA and GDPR also compliant, and those has to do with healthcare data. And healthcare data is priority for most organizations and institutions. So if you're able to get that compliance, I know your data for general staff is also quite secure with them. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Any questions? I think we lost a couple of people along the way. Let me pause this one. Any question? Josie, please, do you have any question? Benedict, do you have